Hey, welcome back. So I just want to make a quick video to explain what I'm doing right here. Kind of forgot to do it in the process, but if you can do basic wire repair, it's pretty simple. So I got in my car and I got a message that said both of my license plate lights weren't working. My third brake light wasn't working, and when I went to actuate the handle, it wasn't doing anything, so I had to mechanically open the trunk lid. So you notice all those things are on the trunk lid, and a lot of you may know this, but this wiring that runs along this guy right here, behind your little plastic cover, just like on this side, it will actually break back in this bend. So there'll usually be a black zip tie here. I've put a white one that I had, but this wiring hides along there, and you see this bend. This is stuck like that. I mean, it's been like that for so long since the car was new that this brown wire, the ground, is the most common one to break, but there are other ones that will break, and you just have to, undo the wrapping and look to see which one's broke if you have pretty much any problems with something that is on the trunk lid on a W211. So I found my brown wire right here broken, just completely separated, and so I knew immediately what the problem was because I've seen this many times. But basically all you have to do is, of course, connect them with a butt connector. I used one of the solder butt connectors, and I didn't see any other broken wires, and everything started working. That ground also seems to control these interior trunk lamps. So sometimes the power wires are broken, but when you notice multiple things are broken, you know that it's all correlated to the ground. This guy right here, you can see the other one's covered. This guy just sits in here just like that. So I just want to quickly show you what is holding this guy in place. There's just these little snaps. From the right side, you will just easily release those. There's only 2 of them. Be careful not to break them. They do aid in holding this guy on there. And so basically what you can see back in here, light it up again, there's that wiring. Now I'm going to close the trunk lid, and you're going to see the kind of ride that this thing goes for every time you open and close your trunk. So over 10 years of flexing, 12 years now, you can see that just will just flex and bend. So it's good to look out for. So basically what you're gonna have to do is take this little liner back, obviously. So this little opening will just sit on there. This little guy will be sitting in here, the hard shell. And so this one was broken, but you can kind of see how it's on there. This lifts up out of it. So basically where you see that little split, those separate like that. You gotta be careful, but it's pretty formed, so even if it does break, it stays in place. But then you're going to have these right here. You're gonna have to remove, I believe, a total of 3. One sits right here, so it'll sit in that hole right here, and there's another one up here, and you can kind of just pull this out from behind this. Otherwise you're gonna have to remove these little pop clips all along here to remove this whole shroud, but you really don't want to mess with that. You just kind of sneak this out, and then that should give you all the access you need. There's a quick outline of the tools I used. I used this little screwdriver. I loosened this and this just enough so I could lean this back so I can get this guy out. You can also use this with appropriate tool to get this clip out, and this clip out, and this clip that is holding the cover on. We'll need to separate this by grabbing here and pull this guy out. you'll flop this whole thing down and you'll see what you've already seen, or will see later in the video. And of course I got my wire strippers, tape. I'm not going to explain wire repair because if you don't already know how to do that, you probably shouldn't be doing it. This is just a kit that I have. You can also use a heat gun. This is just a little handy torch that I have to melt heat shrink tubing, which is the kind of solder connector I used. And so that's pretty much everything you would need to know. Besides, behind here you can see you would just use a screwdriver to get pop that off just like that. All right, and there is a second one down there, so this panel is gonna have to come down first before this comes all the way off. So I just wanted to share that real quick. Make sure you check that if you're having any problems, and thanks for watching, guys.